two stand and begin walking around. When they reach the door of my room, Damien asks in delight, natural minimalist style, my favorite. Vivian, was this room originally meant for me? And this Bosendorfer grand piano, I remember I only mentioned in passing that I liked it. I can't believe you actually bought one. Vivian, you're so good to me. I happen to come back just after slicing fruit and overhear their conversation. I'm a little stunned. So this room was decorated according to Damien's taste. Actually, I like it too. Simple, understated, beautiful, especially that piano. I am not from this world. In my previous life I was also an orphan, raised by a poor grandfather, and I worked my way into a top music conservatory through my own effort. So I have a deep love for music. After I transmigrated into this world, the first time I saw this piano, I fell in love instantly. Every day while Vivian wasn't home, I would play for a while. Unfortunately, one afternoon she came back early to grab a document and caught me playing the piano in the room. I still remember how her face turned so dark it looked like a storm was about to break, and her voice carried a sharp edge of fury. Who said you could touch this piano? Without my permission, you are never to touch it again. At the time, I thought she was just afraid I'd damage this expensive piano. I kept apologizing and promised never to touch it again. Only now do I understand. This piano was bought for her first love. It belongs to him alone. After sitting on the sofa in a daze for a while, Vivian and Damien come back. I stand up. Mr. Damien, please have some fruit. Miss Sterling, I have something to do tonight. You two chat. I'll head out. I quickly go back to my room, grab a jacket, and get ready to leave. Looking at this situation, Damien might even stay overnight. I'd better slip away fast. Better than staying here and being an eyesore. Where are you going? Vivian suddenly fixes me with an unfriendly stare. What could you possibly have to do? I feel a knot of frustration. I'm giving you two space. What more do you want? Do you really need me here as a third wheel to feel comfortable? I have no idea what's on this woman's mind. For a moment I can't come up with a good excuse, and just stammer. Her voice grows colder. Sit right here. I freeze in place. Vivian, since Mr. Ethan has somewhere to be, just let him go, Damien says with a smile to diffuse the situation. I let out a breath of relief and throw him a grateful glance. Honestly, I may be a proper employee who follows every reasonable request from my employer, but watching people flaunt their love right in front of me, even eavesdropping by the wall, I really don't have such a weird hobby. The moment I turn to leave, Vivian shouts again. Stop! My foot, just about to step out, freezes again. Damien, it's getting late. Why don't you head back early and rest? She puts on a gentle face, speaking softly. Damien is taken aback, almost in disbelief. He came tonight planning for something to happen, even bringing a pack of protection in his pocket. He never expected that, less than half an hour in, Vivian would actually show him the door. And yet, her next words leave Damien completely speechless as she adds tactfully, I have a morning meeting tomorrow. I need to spend tonight going over some materials. Once she says that, Damien can't insist. He stands and nods. Right, work matters. Oh, by the way, are you free tomorrow? I'd like to take you to a movie. Some other time. Tomorrow might be busy. I have several meetings. Damien pauses again, hesitating a long time before slipping into his signature smile. Alright, I'm back for good this time. We'll have plenty of chances. Damien leaves. Before he goes, he gives me a long, deep look. The coldness in his eyes sends a shiver through me. This guy really hates me now. I'm speechless. Vivian rejected him. What does that have to do with me? Didn't he see I was about to give them space? This makes me realize I have to stay far away from these two, or there's no telling how much more trouble is ahead. With that thought, I can't help asking cautiously, Miss Sterling, did you finish counting your things? Vivian's face immediately turns cold. Counting what? Your belongings. I haven't yet noticed her growing colder, and keep talking. I'm poor, but I'm really not that kind of person. You can search everything, nothing should be missing. Before I can finish, a wave of cold suddenly rolls through the room. I freeze for a moment, then look up and meet Vivian's gaze, looking ready to kill. Do you think you're being funny? No, I'm not. I can't figure out what's on this lady's mind. What I said is good for everyone. You finish checking, I leave early, everyone's happy, you win, I win. Isn't that what everyone wants? Why are you making this ugly face? She stares coldly at me for a long time, until my skin crawls. Without a word, she walks into the study and slams the door. While I'm still stunned, the door opens again. She looks like ice all over, her voice colder than ever. Ethan, our contract isn't over. I paid you. Before this contract ends, if you dare leave this house, you just try. The door slams again. I stand there, mouth open, speechless. I really didn't think this fairy-like CEO had a hobby of making people watch her and her first love show off their love. She forces me to stay. Is it just so I can witness how affectionate she and her first love are? Fine. I take her money, and I give her happiness. If she has this kind of hobby, I'll oblige. Only 1 month left. Just bear with it. Early the next morning, I sit in Lily's car, heading toward the film studios. You look terrible. What, did that bossy lady at home not let you rest last night? Lily glances at me, unable to resist teasing. I blush awkwardly. Lily, please stop joking. Lily giggles. She loves seeing me blush. If I had a sweet puppy like you at home, I wouldn't let you rest all night either. I look awkward, not sure what to say. She smiles and returns to the topic. How's the script going? It's going okay. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Your role is the fifth male lead. Not much screen time, not much demanded. I nod. The filming location is at Yorkfield Film Studios, about an hour and a half from the villa area. By the time we arrive, it's just past 8 and the crew is still preparing. Lily leads me straight to director Reed. This is a low-budget web drama, and my role doesn't have much screen time, so after he saw my photo and with Lily's connection, he just decided on the spot. This is my first time meeting director Reed in person. He's in his 50s, once a fairly famous director in the industry, with multiple TV dramas broadcast on major networks, and some real achievements. But these past few years his luck has been bad, every project flops, and gradually no one wanted to work with him. He had to switch to web dramas, but the connections he built over the years are still there. His eyes, hidden behind thick lenses, look me up and down, carrying a quiet authority. Not bad, good potential, even more handsome than your photo. Director, you flatter me. I'm just a newcomer. Please give me your guidance and feedback. I quickly respond with humility. Of course. Lily and I go way back. The people she brings can't go wrong. Young man, act your heart out. There will be plenty of opportunities ahead. Director Reed pats my shoulder encouragingly. While we're chatting, a sudden commotion breaks out among the crowd outside. Oh my god, it's Damien. It's actually Damien. I'm finally seeing Damien in real life. So handsome. Why is Damien heading toward our set? Is he joining this drama? Wasn't Wade already cast as the male lead? Damien is such a big name he's actually appearing in a small-budget web drama. The director is so amazing. Hearing Damien's name out of nowhere, I freeze. Then I see a tall, slender young man in dark sunglasses surrounded by 7 or 8 assistants and bodyguards walking onto the set. He wears a sharp, custom-tailored suit that gives him an imposing A-list presence. It really is Damien. Pink hearts practically pop in Lily's eyes. She clearly likes Damien's type too. Director Reed, I thought all the actors were already cast. What's Damien doing here? Director Reed bursts out laughing. I'm still in a daze. Last night I received a call from Damien's agent. He specifically requested to be in this drama, and he's even taking a very low fee. He still feels like he's dreaming. A low-budget drama like this, not only could it never afford an A-list star like Damien, even a second-tier actor wouldn't give it a glance. Who would have thought Damien would lower himself to do a guest appearance? Director Reed was so thrilled last night he couldn't sleep all night. Ethan, your luck is here, Lily says excitedly. With an A-list star like Damien in this drama, exposure and buzz are going to explode. If your performance is strong, you might even ride Damien's fame to get a little popular. I force a strained smile. Others don't know why Damien would lower himself for a low-budget web drama, but I know very well he most likely came for me. I lift my eyes to look at Damien surrounded by his entourage, and just then he looks my way too. Our eyes meet in mid-air. Damien casually turns his head away, with no intention of greeting me. Naturally, I won't approach him either, but Lily is anxious. A big name like Damien isn't someone ordinary people can reach. Now with this chance, she has to drag me up to make a good impression. I want to refuse, but Lily pulls me forcibly in front of him. Hello, Mr. Damien. I'm Lily, an agent from Skyline Entertainment. This is my actor, Ethan. He's the 5th male lead in this drama. She quickly winks at me, and I force myself to greet him. Hello, Mr. Damien. Damien's eyes, hidden behind sunglasses, hold a hint of amusement. He just gives a brief answer. Mr. Damien, Ethan is a newcomer. Please give him your guidance from here on. Seeing me unable to push for it myself, Lily has to do it herself. Young people shouldn't always think about shortcuts. Polish your acting, strengthen your professional skills. Nothing beats that. Damien's tone is cold, his words sparing nothing. The moment he says this, the set goes cold. Everyone turns to look at me in shock. In the entertainment industry, people usually keep up appearances, maintaining harmony. A face-to-face criticism like Damien's is extremely rare. How did this Ethan offend Damien? Everyone steps back a few paces from me, afraid that getting too close might anger Damien, the A-lister. Lily stares in disbelief, as if she never expected this outcome. Only after Damien walks away does she anxiously turn to me. Ethan, did you offend him? He's a huge star. When did I ever get the chance to offend him? I raise an eyebrow. As an employee, I don't want to make Vivian's business known to the world. Moreover, Damien is a major star. The slightest rumor would explode citywide. I can't believe he's like this. I used to like him too. Lily is very displeased. Between her idol and her own client, she sides with me without hesitation. My own sweet puppy is better behaved, way better than that snooty Damien. Don't worry, your role isn't big, and you have no scenes with Damien. From now on, just avoid him when you see him. Lily comforts me. I'm thinking the same thing. My character only exists in the female lead's memories. I have no scenes with Damien. At most, I just need to stay far away from him. But the unexpected often comes without warning. Leo, am I your only one? Tell me quickly, am I Bella your only one? On the playground, a young girl lifts her delicate face, stepping back as she calls out loudly to the handsome boy in front of her. Yes, Bella, you'll always be my only one. Cut, Director Reed suddenly roars. Ethan, what are you doing? If you can't act, get out. Do you know you're wasting everyone's time? The shout stuns everyone. Ethan's acting just now was brilliant, full of emotion, sincere feeling. No one knows where the director's anger came from. I'm sorry, Director, my mistake, I sincerely apologize. Director Reed barks, take it again. I steady myself and pour all my emotion into the character. But after that, no matter how I perform, Director Reed isn't satisfied. His curses grow harsher. Everyone can tell that this isn't a problem with Ethan's acting. The director is deliberately targeting me. Lily, what are you doing? What kind of actor did you recommend? Director Reed calls Lily over and bursts into complaints. I don't want this actor. Take him away. I'll wire you the breach fee later. Lily's face darkens. Director Reed, I need an explanation. Explanation? What explanation do you want? His acting is bad and now he's blaming me? Whether his acting is bad or not, you know in your heart. Lily refuses to back down. Director Reed waves his hand impatiently. Don't make a scene here, just get him out. Lily, let it go. Seeing Lily ready to argue further, I tug her arm and shake my head gently. I have no grudge with Director Reed. He wouldn't target me like this without a reason. The only explanation is that Damien is pulling strings. This is too much. Lily's eyes flash red with anger. Ethan, don't worry. If this little web drama is gone, it's gone. I'll find you something better. I trust you, Lily. I offer a bright smile. Walking out of the studios, Lily is still worried. Let me drive you home. No need, Lily. I have something to do nearby. I was looking for a place online last time, but I haven't heard back yet. I'll probably be filming around here anyway, so I might as well find a place nearby. Is there anything you need help with? No, just something small. Alright then, I'll go to the office and find you another project. Watching Lily leave, I'm about to head off when just then, a middle-aged woman walks up arrogantly. You're Ethan, right? Come with me. Mr. Damien wants to see you. I don't agree. Before today, I had no ill will toward Damien, even though he's the one Vivian holds in her heart. But what Damien did today truly disgusts me. I may be even-tempered, but that doesn't mean I have no temper. Are you deaf? Come with me now, the middle-aged woman yells, pointing at me. A good dog doesn't block the road. I walk past her and prepare to hail a cab. Hearing this, the woman's face goes green with rage. She grabs my arm. Who are you calling a dog? Let go. My face turns cold. And if I don't, what are you going to do? Being invited by Mr. Damien is the luckiest thing in your lifetime. A nobody extra like you. If not for Mr. Damien's mercy, you'd never see him in your life. And you dare give me attitude? Wendy. Damien walks over. Mr. Damien, this guy doesn't know what's good for him. He actually refused you. The middle-aged woman glares at me with resentment. Damien's lips curl into a mocking smile. Ethan, don't you want to talk with me about Vivian? This isn't the place to talk. What do you want to say to me? At the coffee shop, I look Damien straight in the eye. You saw what happened today. I only told Director Reed one line that I don't like you, and he kicked you out immediately. Damien wears a face full of mockery. Do you think you belong in the same world as me and Vivian? I frown. You brought me here just to show off your superiority. Damien wags his finger. You're not even worthy of that. I brought you here to tell you one thing. There are no fairy tales in this world. A princess will never fall in love with a frog, and a frog will never become a prince. Vivian's contract marriage with you is only because she sees you as my substitute. I believe you know this yourself. Now that I'm back, do you think it's appropriate for you to keep clinging to her? I lift my eyes. You're overthinking. I've always known my place. I've never thought about clinging to her. Then that's best. I hope you move out of her place immediately. I don't like any man being too close to her. I'm already looking for a place. Damien smiles and lights up his phone, pushing it in front of me. This is the chat between me and Vivian today. Take a look. I have no idea what he's trying to do. I lower my head and look at the chat. Are you waiting until the contract ends to make him leave your house? His health isn't good, you know. You haven't developed feelings for him, have you? After all, he is handsome. No, we're only contractual. I'm not heartless either. He has taken care of me for 3 years. If you really don't want him to leave, I can understand, but it would make me uncomfortable. I'll find a time to make it clear to him. Don't overthink it. To me, he's just a roommate I've shared a house with for years, nothing more. After reading the whole page, I have no interest in scrolling further. I push the phone back, a hard-to-describe feeling rising in my chest. A roommate, huh? That's really what it was. For 3 years living under one roof, we rarely spoke. It was always me one-sidedly taking care of her. While she only gave me 2 watches on my birthday, she never said a single word of care. Even a real roommate of 3 years wouldn't be so distant as to never offer a word of concern. Between the lines, I sense Vivian's hesitation. She wants me to leave, but her sense of decency won't let her open her mouth. I don't know why, after I have offered to leave so many times, she refuses. What is she thinking? Or maybe my resolve isn't strong enough. This time I'll just leave without saying goodbye. I'll tell her after I've already moved. Maybe this is exactly the ending she wants. On the 79th floor of Sterling Group in the CEO's office, Vivian is on the phone. Dr. Jensen, how is the situation? Miss Sterling, it's not optimistic. The patient's lung condition is severe, and it's been dragged on too long. I told him it could be fully treated, but in reality he probably has only about 2 months left. Dr. Jensen sighs through the phone. Vivian's expression freezes. Is there no other way? Money is not an issue. Currently, this disease can't be cured anywhere in the world. With enough money, we can prolong it for some time, but the patient will suffer. Vivian falls silent for a long time before answering. Dr. Jensen, you're the expert here. I'm counting on you. Don't worry about the money. Give him the best medicine. Yes, all right, I know what to do. After hanging up, Vivian slumps in her chair. Somehow at this moment her heart palpitates strongly, and a dull pain throbs deep inside. She can't help but recall the day Damien firmly broke up with her and went abroad to study. She had followed her best friend Daisy to the Aces bar to drown her sorrows. She doesn't like drinking, and especially hates the feeling of being drunk. But that day she downed glass after glass, as if only that could make her forget the pain inside. It was at that very moment that she saw Ethan singing on the stage. His voice was gentle, healing, and as he lowered his head playing the guitar, his profile, so similar to Damien's, in her days blurred together with the shadow in her heart. Suddenly, the wounds inside her seemed to slowly heal with his voice. In the time that followed, she, who had never been to bars before, showed up without fail in that same spot every day, waiting for Ethan to take the stage, looking at his face, listening to his voice. Only in those moments could her heart, full of wounds, find a little peace and comfort. Later, she got information about him from the manager. His name was Ethan, a recent dropout from college, desperately in need of money. He worked several jobs, print modeling and bit parts on sets during the day, singing at the bar at night. At that time, her family was pushing her to marry. So that night, when Ethan finished singing and prepared to leave, Vivian called him into a private room and handed him the contract. She still remembers the shock and surprise on Ethan's face, and how he solemnly promised to be a perfect contract husband. In fact, over the years, he's been flawless, her daily life taken care of in every detail. After staring blankly for a while, Vivian picks up her phone and dials a number. Vivian, what's the occasion that you'd call me today? Camille, I have a favor to ask. You have connections. Can you help me find a lung specialist? Other countries are fine too. Money's not an issue. Vivian, what's wrong? It's not me. A friend of mine has lung cancer. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll call you when I find someone. I search around the film studios area but can't find a suitable place, so I just register with 2 agencies and leave my info. I call Auntie Bennett, the caregiver looking after Grandpa Hayes, to check in, and only after hearing all is well do I return home with peace of mind. This time I'm determined to leave. After packing, I find a cheap nearby hotel and check in. At night, I'm at the hotel making do with a bowl of instant noodles when Vivian's call comes in. I hesitate a long while before forcing myself to tap answer. Where did you go? Vivian's voice is icy, with a hint of anger underneath. Miss Sterling, I'm staying at a hotel for now, I answer honestly. Come back. What? I'm stunned. I said come back. I really don't get it. I've put myself in her shoes and done everything I could. She was too uncomfortable to ask me to leave, so I left on my own. Her conscience made her try to keep me. Fine, I'll slip away quietly. I've gone this far. What more does she want? I can't help but frown. Miss Sterling, there's really no need for me to come back. What do you mean? I sigh. Miss Sterling, only 1 month is left on the contract. And now that Damien is back, if I stay there, I think Mr. Damien would feel uncomfortable, and so would you. Better to just end it here. 5 million over 3 years comes to about 140,000 a month. 1 month left equals 140,000. I'll find a way to pay you back, but I'm a bit short right now, so it might take a while. The other end falls silent, but I hear her breathing growing faster, as if she's holding back her anger. I'm a little annoyed. You already told Damien that you'd find a way to make me leave. There's really no need to keep up this act now. Miss Sterling, don't worry. I'm not a loose mouth. I won't go around talking about this. I would never tarnish your reputation. The only thing I can think of is that she's afraid I'll spread things outside, damage her reputation. After all, Sterling Group is publicly listed. The slightest negative news about Vivian could affect the company's stock price. Vivian remains silent. I thought my words would have satisfied her, so I breathe a sigh of relief, quietly hang up the phone, and quickly finish my instant noodles. I stand in front of the bathroom mirror practicing micro-expressions. I have nothing right now. The only thing I can fight with is acting. Ever since I transmigrated into this world, I have practiced in front of the mirror at every free moment, which built the acting and line skills I have today, especially with Grandpa Hayes, who still needs expensive treatment, plus owing Vivian 140,000. I feel a sense of urgency. As I'm about to go to bed, however, suddenly there's a knock at the door. I'm puzzled. Who would knock at this hour? I slip on my slippers, get off the bed, and peer through the peephole. I freeze. Vivian. How did she find this place? Why is she here? My head is a mess, my heart in knots. It's no surprise Vivian could track me here. After all, the Sterling family has connections everywhere. Finding out which hotel someone is staying at is far too easy for her. But I just don't understand. I've already made things clear. Why would she come in the middle of the night? I don't know how to face her, but she's already at the door. Not opening would be rude. I take a moment to prepare myself, then turn the handle and pull the door open. The moment it opens, Vivian's starry eyes lock onto my face. There is no expression on her face. Pack your things and come back with me. I stand still, quietly looking at her. She seems to have come in a hurry. Her hair is slightly messy, and she's still wearing her custom business suit from work. Vivian is someone who values her quality of life. She doesn't drink hard liquor, but at home she often sips red wine. After work she would never wear business attire. She usually changes into something casual. She must have come home after work, seen the place empty, immediately pulled strings to find which hotel I was at, and rushed straight here. I just don't get what she's doing. She so clearly wants me out of that house, and yet she puts on this act for whose benefit? I'm not going back. I shake my head. I made it clear on the phone. What are you sulking about? Are you upset because Damien came to the house the other day? Vivian's brows knit tightly. I frown, stunned. Why does she say that? Does she think I'm jealous? At the thought, my face turns slightly red and I hurriedly say, Please don't worry, Miss Sterling. I absolutely have no such thoughts. You and Mr. Damien are the couple. You and I are only contractually married. I've known that since the day I signed the contract, and I would never have unrealistic thoughts. Please don't misunderstand. Hearing this, Vivian pauses slightly, looking a bit angry. In any case, the contract isn't over. I won't allow you to leave. Come back with me now. I shake my head. Since I've already moved out, I'm not going back. After all, I really don't have that weird hobby of watching a couple in love. I'll ask one more time. Are you coming back or not? Vivian sharpens her tone. Miss Sterling, I'm fine staying here. Vivian gives me a long, deep look, then turns and leaves. I quietly watch her go. For a woman this proud to come and try to convince me to come back, it's already beyond what I expected. I've spoken so harshly. With her proud personality, she should have given up completely. I feel a small wave of relief. I am grateful to Vivian. Without those 5 million back then, Grandpa Hayes would have died long ago, and the orphanage couldn't have been rebuilt. But one thing at a time, I don't want to go back to that house, to watch them flirt as a couple, and even less to see Damien's face. Without today's conflict with Damien, I might not be this resolute, but right now I have a physical disgust for that man. Past 11 at night, a call wakes me up. Hello, who is this? Ethan, what kind of husband are you? A sweet, sharp female voice scolds from the other end. Get to the Aces bar now. Vivian's drunk. All sleep leaves me instantly. I sit up in bed and check my phone. It's Vivian's best friend Daisy. I'm on my way. Without minding my messy hair, I quickly throw on clothes and grab a cab to the Aces bar. The moment I enter the private room, I see Vivian passed out on the sofa, cheeks flushed, mumbling something through her rosy lips. Daisy has also been drinking, leaning against the sofa, rubbing her face. She's the sweet, petite type, small and adorable, with looks that aren't as stunning as Vivian's, but still rare and beautiful. Ethan. The moment she sees me, Daisy plants her hands on her hips. What on earth did you do to Vivian to make her this angry? She basically never drinks. Look at her now, how drunk she is. I feel helpless. Miss Daisy, this shouldn't have anything to do with me. Maybe she had a fight with Mr. Damien. I don't believe my refusing to come home is what made her this angry. In these 3 years, Vivian has never invested any emotion in me, including her angry side. Her joys, anger, sorrows, and joys are only ever for Damien. Daisy pauses, thinks, and realizes, right, Vivian has never even given this man a proper look. How could she be so angry at him? With that thought, her anger fades. Just take her home. The moment she says it, she thinks of something and raises a brow. I'm warning you, Damien is back now. Don't you dare take advantage of Vivian while she's drunk. I take the chance to say, why don't you call Mr. Damien to come pick her up? I called him. He has an event tonight and can't get away. There's no other choice. Vivian is this drunk, I can't just leave her. Miss Daisy, if you don't trust me, you can come back with me. There are plenty of rooms at the house, you can stay overnight. Daisy thinks it over and nods. Fine, I really don't trust you. I let out a bitter smile, walk over to Vivian, and easily scoop her up bridal style. Vivian is tall but very light, maybe about 100 pounds. On top of that, since I'm aiming for the entertainment industry, I work out every day in the third-floor gym, keeping a fit physique, 8-pack abs, packed with strength. I find Vivian's car in the parking lot and skillfully drive toward the villa area. Ethan, your contract with Vivian is almost up. Daisy, in the backseat, rubs her aching head and suddenly asks, Yeah, 1 month left. Now that Damien is back, what are you thinking? I know what she means. I already moved out. You moved out? Daisy is shocked, looking at me in disbelief. Yeah, staying at a hotel for now. I'll move once I find a place. Daisy stares blankly. Are you really okay with it? Vivian has billions. Even if it's a contract marriage, you two registered legally. Are you really willing to take nothing and just leave her like this? I smile. What's there not to be willing about? None of it was ever mine. On the contrary, Miss Sterling has taken great care of me. Without that money back then, I don't know where I'd be now. A person should have a conscience. She has been so good to me. The least I can do is not make things hard for her. After a long while, Daisy finally says, It's best you think this way. Think too much, and the only one who suffers is you. Back at the villa, I carry Vivian to the bedroom and lay her down, then expertly go to the bathroom, bring a towel to wipe her face, and immediately head to the kitchen to make hangover soup, patiently spoon-feeding it to her. Daisy stands beside me, watching in amazement. Do you take care of Vivian like this often? I smile. She's my employer. She gave me $5 million. I have no way to repay her, so I can only do the small things I'm capable of, so she doesn't have to worry about these trivial matters when she's home. Daisy pauses. Just then, Vivian's face suddenly changes, and she vomits over the edge of the bed. I don't have time to dodge, and the vomit covers me. Even the most beautiful woman vomiting is hard to describe. A foul smell fills the whole room. Daisy, standing beside me, gets some on her too, screams, and quickly steps back. By the time it's all done, it's past midnight. I don't even remember falling asleep. The next morning, I just finished making breakfast when Vivian and Daisy come out together, freshened up. You're up. Come have breakfast. I'm bringing the breakfast out from the kitchen, the beautifully plated meal. Ethan, did you make all this? Daisy stares at the table in shock. A plate of osmanthus cakes, shaped like hearts, decorated with fresh flowers, a plate of durian pastries carved into various little animal shapes, and a bowl of lean pork congee, the aroma reaching you from far away, making your mouth water. She really didn't expect I had such impressive cooking skills.